Okay, we are live. Okay, give us a few more seconds, and then we're just going to go ahead and jump on in there. And in the meantime, we find something. All right, a couple more seconds. Okay. Angela, were you successful in finding us on Facebook? Finding me on Facebook Live?
Yes.
Good. All right.
Thank
We're going to
you.
get started. Well, hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to an interview with, hosted by yours truly, Eunice White. This is a pop up because we usually air every Tuesday at 8 p.m. live on Facebook and YouTube. But tonight is a special program because we have some fabulous ladies performing in a fabulous musical this weekend, and I wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to shine the light on them. The musical was called Sisters the Musical, and I have here with me some of the cast members from Sisters the Musical. Beginning with, I have Miss Angela Summers, who is the musical director. She's also owner of Summers Voice LLC. She teaches some wonderful voice lessons. So if you're looking for vocal training, she's the person you go to. We also have some cast members on board. We have Tanya Easley, Rhonda Oliver, and is that it?
That's it.
That's it. Okay. And me. No, I'm just joking.
Come on through.
So we're here because the show actually opened last weekend with rave reviews, and they're ending this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I will let you girls go ahead and get started. Tell us, first of all, what is Sisters of Musical about and your role in it? Who would like to take the charge on that?
Well, I guess I'll start and then I'll let the other ladies chime in.
Okay.
Sisters the Musical is actually playing off Broadway with their own pause. They're starting back up after the pandemic. Dorothy Marsick actually wrote it. She lives in New York, and it was playing for quite a while in New York. And so one day, Rhonda and I were trying to figure out. I said I wanted to do a musical, wanted to do a show. I didn't know what to do, but I knew it was God was calling me to do it. So um, Rhonda was like, "Sis, what you need? I'm coming over." So we're in our basement and we found this. She found the musical. She said, "What about this one?" And so I mean, we were searching for a while, but nothing spoke to us. And so when we looked at it, we looked at what it was all about. So Sisters the Musical is about the matriarch of the family. The grandmother passes away, and then the sisters, three sisters, and a daughter, and the daughter-in-law goes into the attic and while they're there, they're trying to find a song to honor their grandmother and great grandmother, as well as they find stories and things about the grandmother, and they also wind up telling their own stories through music, through song. So that's what is primarily what it's all about. But it
Okay.
has other things in it too. We're going to get into that a little bit later.
All right. So, can you ladies, Rhonda and Tanya, tell us about yourselves and your characters?
Okay, I'll go. Hi, I'm Tanya Easley. I play Dr. Simone as my character in Sisters the Musical. A little bit about myself. I am, first of all, a wife and mother. I have two adult daughters. I am a worship leader and a music director at a local church in this area by profession. I am a vocalist. Basically an administrator, all those things, and my adult professional career. And I'm excited to play this part and to work with Angela with this musical. It's just been a great opportunity, and it's still just awesome as we go into our second week.
Good. That's awesome. Okay, Rhonda.
Yes. I'm Rhonda Oliver. I'm originally from Connecticut. I moved here about 10 years ago, and I've been acting, doing musical theater, some commercials, a few independent films. I've been acting for about 14 years.
See,
I am a single mom. I have a daughter who's in college now, and she also has a love for the arts. So that's kind of exciting to kind of share that with her.
yeah.
And I play Roberta, and Roberta takes you on a journey in this show, as all the sisters do. But Roberta has some things that she's dealt with in her life, and she takes you on a journey of healing, of just interaction with her sisters. And this show really is not just about sisters; it's about family and how important it
Mhm.
is. No matter what your family is going through, no matter what each family member has going on, the love that the family has for each family member. So it's an awesome show. It's been an amazing experience. I have been pushed and pulled in so many areas. I'm used to singing and acting, but this show is choreography, and I feel like every show that I do, God pulls me and stretches me and shows me what I have inside of me that I actually can do. You can do all things through Christ. And this show has truly proved that to me. So it's been an awesome experience, just connecting with these wonderful women who I feel are going to be sisters for the rest of my life. So it's been an amazing
Oh,
experience. Yes.
so this has been, I mean, has been a blessing on all sides, not just the performance part, but the wholeness you guys are pulling together to
Yes.
put within your own lives. That's awesome. Um,
Yes.
I have a question about the challenges that you face in musicals. Are there any particular challenges that you guys face doing this particular musical?
Oh, yes. Well, to give you a bit of history, we tried to do the show prior to COVID. I had the show casted. Well,
Oh
first
wow.
of all, once let's go rewind actually. Once Rhonda and I found out about the show and the music spoke to us, I reached out to the writer and they were able to give me so kind to give me the rights to do the show. And
Hmm.
so all of this was a learning process because I'd never been on this side of the theater. I'd always
Hmm.
either been acting and singing on the stage or a musical director. So to actually produce the show, and so I was thinking, I said, well, I know I want to produce it. God, what else do you want me to do? You want me to just produce it? You want me to be the musical director? You want me to be the director? And he said both. I said, what? Say what now? I saw you show me the confirmation on this because not too many people take on that task
Hmm.
and do it well. And I wanted to do the show justice. So I had to sit on that for a period of time. And it was very clear to me that God was saying that no one else could do the show like I need you to do it. No one else can hear the music like I need you to hear it. No one else can visualize the women on the stage in different places and different settings and direct it the way I need you to direct it. So I'm going to need you to step back from on the other side of things and actually produce, direct, and musical direct and do it well. I'm going to give you the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to do it well. And so I took that very, very seriously. And so then I said, okay, let me go ahead and figure out who we're going to cast in this show. Well, clearly one of the parts actually spoke to me. I said, I already knew who I want for this part. So I don't even know, you don't really have to audition. You can come to your audition and go through the formalities. But I knew I wanted Rhonda as Roberta. I mean, she just fit the part. And then so we casted all the other parts. The band was in place. I had the set
Excuse
in
me.
place. Bless you. I
Thank
had
you.
the choreographer in place. I had everything was in place. I had the venue in place. The dates were arranged, and we were starting to rehearse. And all of a sudden, we had to shut down because of COVID.
Mm.
We were rehearsing in person. Then we couldn't do that after a while because the governor had changed some things. So we had to start rehearsing virtually, thinking it would be past us. But it went on and on and on and on and on. So I told the ladies, I said, hey, I'm not gonna keep you all rehearsing. If you want to continue with the show once I get new dates, I'm praying that you do so. But if not, I know I understand. But of course, COVID lasted a while, and the
Hmm.
venue shut down.
Hmm.
So we kept getting dates when we thought things were clear, and they weren't. So that alone was just a challenge itself to keep that dream alive, to keep that passion alive. And then so once we got to this part again and got the other dates, fast forwarding, a lot of people who were connected to the show were not anymore. So I had to recast 3 roles. I had to get another person for the band. Well, I didn't. The lead band director did.
Mhm.
Had to get someone to do the choreography, someone else to do the seamstress for the show, and so on and so forth. And so, with that being said, there were many challenges, and I can go on and on and on about others. But I'm thankful that what all of the challenges does not even reflect how good this show is.
That is so awesome. So we're gonna take a break real quick. I need to get some water.
Okay,
And I'm going to have our sponsor come on board in just a second. So, girls, give me one moment, please.
okay.
All right. We have a bit of music. Right. Tonight's tonight's pop up is sponsored by Untapped Talent Recordings, Untapped Talent Records. If you are an artist and you're looking for beats and management and or recording studio time, please get in contact with www.untappedtalentrecords.com. And again, that's www.untappedrecords.com. You can also listen to their radio station every day from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. for your listening pleasure. So again, that's Untapped Talent Records and Untapped Talent Radio, UTR. They are our sponsor for this evening. All right. Okay. All right. So, your character's name is Dr. Simone. Tell us about your character, Tanya.
Oh, Dr. Simone. She is the oldest of the sisters. And she is a PhD.
Mhm.
So she's a professor. She's the knowledge dropper. She's always dropping tidbits and making sure that her sisters understand and her daughter understand the information, and the underlying of what's going on. She is a mother of a teenage daughter, Tamika. She's also one of the characters in the show,
Mhm.
and she is kind of going in between her personal, professional. She's trying to do it all and trying to navigate it, and also trying to support her sisters at this particular time in the passing of their grandmother. So she carries that weight of trying to be there and also trying to hold everything together.
Okay. All right. And I remember that you mentioned that the girls they found some music there from the grandmother. Talk about the music, 'cause I believe it transcends decades. Am I right?
Yes, yes, it certainly does. I mean, it goes back to the civil rights movement.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back to even Negro spiritual, and it takes you all the way up to some top 40 songs like "Single Ladies" and in their era and or decade. "I Will Survive." "I Am Not My Hair."
Oh wow.
"Golden" by so the writer was very smart, I would say, as it relates to how she was able to pull all of this music in from different women, female artists,
Mm-hmm.
into this plot, into this show, and tell a story. Tell the grandmother's story. Tell each of the ladies' story, the sister's story, as well as the daughter's story. And
Mm-hmm.
there's a sister-in-law in this show as well. And I just the way the music is strategically placed. Um, I mean, it flows from dialogue to music, and the audience loves it. And when I tell you the audience really get into it, from the somber songs to the
Mm-hmm.
uplifting songs with choreography, they really are into it. So yeah.
Wow, that is awesome. And Rhonda, your character is Roberta. Can you tell us a little bit more about your character?
Yes, yes. So, like I said before, Roberta has gone through some things. She appears to be very angry, and a lot of times when you've dealt with trauma or dealt with different things in your life, you project it in a way that's very angry. And
Mm-hmm.
she's an activist also. You know, she's very much into the racial climate and things that are going on. So she's an activist, but she's very angry because, as you'll see in the show, she's gone through some things. So
Mm-hmm.
she's always kind of snapping at, her sisters kind of get irritated with her because they do know what she's been through, but they don't remember, or they don't understand. So she's kind of always kind of angry and lashing out, and you kind of can see the journey of why she is. Sometimes they say hurt people, and you
Mm-hmm.
can see that in her. She's not trying to really hurt anyone, but because she's dealing with so much hurt inside and so much anger, it
Mm-hmm.
comes out in that way. But you can kind of sympathize with her and empathize with her as well.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what are some other things we can look forward to for the play? I know we talked about race and I guess racism and activism and talking about family and love and support. What are some other major things that we can look forward to in this musical?
I
Well,
think
I
another.
believe that anyone, huh?
No, I was gonna say, go ahead. I was gonna say something. Go ahead.
Oh, I was good. Well, you can still say, I might say, we might, you know how we are. We're like,
We say the same
um,
thing.
I know. That's so true. Um, I believe if you were to see the show, if you come to the musical, you would be able to relate to at least one person in the
Okay.
show.
Mm-hmm.
There's a woman who's very, very wise, but she's experienced divorce.
Mm.
There's a woman in the show who has experienced a loss of her husband, and she's found God, and she's very, very strong in her faith.
Mm-hmm.
There's another woman who's bitter and angry, but you find out why in the show. She's an activist. There's a young lady in the show who is with a young boy who I know I've been there. I'm not speaking on me. Who she should not have been with or who she should not be with. And
Mm-hmm.
so her aunties and the mother gather around her and tell her this guy is no good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a sister-in-law who is married to the brother, and the sister-in-law is Caucasian. She's white, and she's married to the brother, and so she has her own story to tell and her family history and everything,
That's
and how
interesting.
it was a struggle for her being in a marriage with a black man. So if you come to this show, you're going to experience so many things.
Wow, it is
Um,
definitely full of some stuff. That's interesting. I like where I had never heard of the play before the musical, so I'm so looking forward to seeing this musical. And that takes us to the dates and times and how much it costs. I know everybody can go to your website. I have a website here for you guys.
right. Did you
Is
want to
let's
add
see.
anything extra to that, Rhonda? Did I?
That you actually said exactly kind of what I was going to say. How you can
Actually,
relate.
Peaches, that one is not the correct website, but you
Okay.
can use that one. It'll eventually, you have to filter your way through that particular website to get to the tickets.
Do
So
you
it will
have
be
it?
a
I can
longer
write it.
process.
Okay. Well, what is the website? How can they purchase
Um,
tickets?
yeah, let me send that to you in the chat, and then I'll
Okay.
make sure you have it up there before we leave.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But what were you going to say, Rhonda? While I'm getting
That
to the website.
that what you said about how you can relate to each person. I can see
Mhm.
myself in every character. Even
Wow.
even with
Mhm.
Tamika, the youngest daughter, like you said, dealing with someone you shouldn't have dealt with, and just you can see yourself and you can identify and you can pull something from each person in the show. And that's one of the things that, some shows you kind of make you reflect and think, and it's like, wow, you
Mhm.
remind yourself of what you've overcome, what things that you've gone through, and it's really, you can definitely relate to each and every character.
And that makes for a great musical, a great show, movie, play, book. It's great to be able to
Mhm.
find yourself and to just find something so relatable. So is my take then that at the end, the takeaway is going to be a lot of wonderful wisdom and nuggets shared through this musical. But most importantly, it sounds like it's something that you guys are praying that will be of a healing process to those who may see themselves on that stage if they've ever gone through some of the things that the characters are going to have gone through, that they can find healing at the end of this piece. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking very much forward to it. So
Yeah.
Showtimes, I know, again, Friday night, right?
Well, actually, no. We did run Friday night of last week, and I sent you the link in the chat.
Okay, gotcha.
And but we did run Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of last
Hmm.
week.
So this,
And this weekend we're running Saturday and Sunday.
okay.
However, we have two shows on Saturday, one
Hmm.
at 2 and one at 7.
Okay.
And then we have another show on Sunday at 3. However, the 3 o'clock show on Sunday, as well as the
Mhm.
2 o'clock show on Saturday, is all sold out.
Oh, okay.
And the 7 o'clock show on Saturday was pulling right behind. So
Okay.
when I looked at my what was going on with this ticket sales, I would recommend, if you haven't already, you want to come see the show before we end on Sunday, to try to go online and look for that 7 o'clock show on Saturday.
Okay.
Those tickets were running really, I mean, they were going fairly quickly. People
Oh, I'm
are
so happy for
buzzed
you guys. That's
about this show.
awesome.
People said they're bringing their family back, or they're bringing their grandma back. They really enjoyed it, and there's a really good buzz about it, and I'm so thankful for that.
Oh, I'm very happy for you. I'm so happy we had a chance to do this as well because I was hoping to be able to get the attention spread as far as possible so we can get more people there. But that is a blessing. Do you think that after this weekend, you guys will come back and offer some more weekend dates? Some more performance dates?
I would love to. I would love to do it again. I would love to keep the same cast, but I know people have stuff to do.
Hmm.
So I believe that if God says do it again, He's going to provide like He did the last time. You
Hmm.
know,
That's true.
and so I'm just what I want to do right now is just really focus on what's going on right now
Hmm.
and not think too far ahead. I really,
Hmm.
sometimes we're already thinking about the next thing, and sometimes we don't sit back and say, that was good. But this is good. We're already thinking about the next thing or the next big thing. What I want to do next, and we don't even enjoy what's going on right now. So I've
Yeah.
been very purposefully just quieting my mind and my heart
Mhm.
and I know me because I'm very creative. Just quieting my mind and my heart and say, you know what? I'm going to settle down. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm going to reflect on what has happened and reflect on what's going on right now and really, you know, relish in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know that Rhonda mentioned how this story actually stretched her in ways that she hadn't imagined as an accomplished actress. Um, how has it worked for you, Tanya? Have you found yourself growing in an area of your life that you probably like? Wow, this play really wasn't just a play; it really ministered to me, or really opened me up to some things that I didn't think I would ever, understand about life or about yourself or about.
Um, I would say yes. It definitely opened me up. I wasn't doing musical theater prior to this play. I'm more of a vocalist, and this is really kind of like new to me.
Hmm.
So it really the stretching, like it really stretched every area. I mean, not only you need to stretch your legs because you're going to do choreography for 3 hours, but you need to stretch your brain because you need to know all your lines, and you need to stretch your heart because you have to interact with these different women and make all of this come to life. And so it has been I've called it a season of open door right now. The
Hmm.
pandemic, closed down a lot of things, but right now I feel God calling us into a season of open doors.
Hmm.
And, wherever He's leading, my answer is yes. So I'm in that yes season.
Oh,
So it's been really like my first big open door yes has been like phenomenal. So I'm just so thoroughly grateful, and definitely it's taught me a few things about myself,
hmm.
as well as what I'm capable of. So
And being an instrument on that stage, did you find yourselves, ladies, at any point in time connecting with someone in the audience? Like normally when you're on stage, you pretty much, everything is black out there, but all eyes are on you. Did either one of you at any time while you're on that stage and you're ministering through your characters, that you find yourself connecting with an audience member or members?
Mm.
I have it's kind of, we can't really see people
Mm-hmm,
a lot of times, but I know that I feel it. I feel the
mm-hmm.
connection because it's a special kind of energy when you're on stage.
Yeah.
It's more so, you are performing, but you can feel that energy because the audience is reacting. So I may not
Mm-hmm.
see them, but I can hear them reacting to me. Even little things that I do, I'm like, they're really watching me. So I'm really connecting to someone. So you can feel that energy as opposed to seeing, but you can definitely feel the connection. I know I personally do.
What about you, Tanya? How did you feel yourself interacting with the audience?
Yeah, I was talking with Angela, and I told her that there was one point where it wasn't that it was just quiet in the room while I was singing, but it was still. I felt like this really this stillness that I actually felt it. That at that point in time, I felt like you know everybody was sort of in a place,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, as we get a lot of silence, but it's very few times where people are just all seem like they all kind of connected up at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and the room went still. I don't know if it was in my mind, but I really felt like, okay, we are connected at this point in time. Like I can go through this because they're going through this with me.
Mm.
And they kind of just pulled me right along, just in the attention that they were giving, it seems like, to every word. And so you have to deliver it because they're
Yeah.
going along with you, which means they trust you, that you're taking them somewhere. So yes.
Well, so I was going to ask, and I don't know if you ladies are prepared, but are you guys prepared, like, to give us a little sample of some type of song or singing or something or of that nature?
Well, unfortunately, we cannot.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I know. We have to abide by the rules of the land.
I get it. I get it.
But of course, there are clips and stuff from the original Broadway
Hmm.
production and other productions from New York, I believe, that
Hmm.
you can go online. But unfortunately, we are not allowed to do that.
Well,
In this
okay, not a problem. We will come and see you in person. I got to check you girls out. I have to get a ticket as soon as we hang up. I'm going to get a ticket, and so I can make sure I'm there at 7. Since the tickets are going so fast. So everybody,
Mhm.
if you can make it, the performance is going to be held at the where in Manassas,
The
Virginia.
Hilton Performing Arts
There
Center
we go.
in Manassas on George Mason's campus.
Oh, okay. On George Mason's campus. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So, is there anything else that you want to share about the program this week or this weekend, or anything you want to share about your involvement in the program before we close?
I'll let them go and I'll go last
Okay.
if they have anything.
I just encourage you, if you can get a ticket, if they're not sold out, please come to this show. I promise that you're in for a treat and that you will leave different than when you came. I promise.
Absolutely. I agree with Rhonda. I mean, if we're, I know there's not that many opportunities, or there's starting to be some opportunities coming out of the pandemic of, the
Hmm.
arts opening up. But if you needed one to start off with, I would say this is a good one. You get a variety, you got the music, got the acting, and the sing, all of that. I think, it's something you can enjoy with your family and your friends. I think it'll be a great time.
Okay.
I
Well, that
agree.
sounds so wonderful. I want to just add this up here really quickly. I hope that makes sense. Sisters, the Musical Hilton Performing Arts Center on a campus of George Mason University, is right?
That's
Something like
correct.
that, Manassas, Virginia.
And
Okay.
I just want to, before we leave, I just want to encourage anyone out there. If you have a dream that you've been holding on to,
Hmm.
and it looks like, oh wow, I'm never going to be able to do this, or I'm too old, or I feel like I'm not qualified, or you're comparing, or there are obstacles and hurdles.
Hmm.
I want to encourage you to do it. I want to encourage you to do it. And you don't have to be perfect,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, of course, you're supposed to be knowledgeable of whatever that thing is you're trying to do, but you don't have to be perfect. And this show is um, one indication of that
Mm-hmm.
because it took a while, and we started over 2 years or so ago, and we had to put everything on pause. Do you have that dream still inside of you? What is
Right.
that thing inside of you that you're called to do?
Mm-hmm.
Write a book, write a song,
Mm-hmm.
start your own podcast or your own streaming YouTube channel,
Right.
that catering business,
Mm-hmm.
that financial business, whatever it is. I can go on and on and on and on and on. But I want to encourage you. And the ladies in this story, in this show, they tell their individual stories. And I'm encouraging you to tell your story, do whatever that thing is that you're passionate about, and
Exactly.
watch it be successful.
Yeah, and it definitely will be. I definitely agree with you on that. I really do. Um, I want to thank you, ladies, for taking the time for coming out tonight. I know it was very short notice, and I do appreciate it. And I encourage everybody, all the viewers, to please go online. I know you guys have is it an Evite or a Facebook invite? I think that's what I was sharing actually, with respect to getting tickets on Facebook. But you did mention, I don't think I saw that link that you mentioned, Angela, that you put in the chat.
Okay. Mhm.
Um, or where they
Maybe
can
I
find
put
their
it in the
tickets,
wrong
where they
thing.
can
Maybe
purchase tickets.
I put it in chat. Do you all
Oh,
see
you
it
know what?
there?
Let me see what's over here. I see it.
Okay.
I see it. Okay. One
Yeah.
moment.
And thank you to everyone who's already purchased tickets. I mean, just the community and support, and people are coming from 757, my hometown.
Oh,
I have classmates coming from my high school and college, and family, of course, supporting this, and we have a wonderful cast. This
mhm.
cast is amazing. The band is amazing, and I just thank everyone for their support, for purchasing tickets already, for wanting to purchase tickets, for supporting in other ways. So thank you.
Well, you are so welcome, and thank you, ladies, for even taking this task on. I've never seen the off Broadway, show before, but I'm thankful that you were able to get the rights to be able to have it performed here. And it sounds like you have a wonderful ensemble that you're working with. You ladies seem to be working very nicely together. So I cannot wait to see it on Saturday. I'm getting my ticket. My ticket's going to be there waiting for me. Saturday at 7 o'clock. I'm going to be in the audience, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to find myself in one of those characters, or maybe a couple of those characters on that stage. I'm looking forward to a wonderful
Thank you.
performance.
Thank you so much for
Hey,
having us.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
No, you
Thank
guys
thanks
you.
for
are so
having us.
welcome. You guys are so welcome. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the cast ensemble of Sisters, the musical, which is going to be performing their final performances this Saturday and Sunday. We mentioned at 2 and 7 on Saturday and 3 o'clock on Sunday. The 2 o'clock show on Saturday and the 3 o'clock show on Sunday pretty much are sold out. However, there's still some tickets left for the 7 o'clock p.m. show on Saturday. So get your tickets and head on down to George Mason University to the Hilton Performing Arts Center where they will be performing Sisters, the musical.
Yeah.
And I put here, you can get your tickets at www.summersvoice.com events, what is that? Hyphen Sisters the Musical. Get your tickets there and get them soon because the tickets are going. That lets you know how wonderful the show is. So,
Yes.
and I want to thank my sponsor tonight, UntappedTalentRecords.com and UntappedTalentMusic.com for sponsoring tonight's pop up. I really appreciate that. And I want to thank you, ladies, again for taking your time to just talk to us about the musical. I'm so happy for you all. I really am very much happy for you,
Happy for you too.
and I'm happy for your
This is great.
success on
Thank
this
you.
particular project. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. I'm future. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys do more,
Thank you.
more performances, and I'm definitely there. Um, and then lastly, I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in, all of our viewers for tuning in from both Facebook and YouTube. If you're on my YouTube channel, it's Eunice White. Please visit my YouTube channel. and help me get my sponsorship, my subscribers up by subscribing to the channel. You can like and share the content there, and then click the notification bell so that you'll know every time we upload another video, spotlighting a talented person and their business and their ventures. Okay, so I really appreciate that. So on that note, ladies, I am so thankful for you guys coming through once again. I wish you nothing but the best, and I'm ready. I'm ready for Saturday. Okay,
All right.
Yay.
you guys get plenty of rest and drink lots of water.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, make sure
Thank
you
you
have
so
your water,
much.
drink lots of water, and I will see you ladies on Saturday at 7. But for those of you out there, was it 2 o'clock, 7, and then Sunday at 3?
Yes.
Mhm.
All right, may you ladies be blessed. This is going to be a
Thank
wonderful
Thank
show.
you.
you.
I can't
Thank
wait
you
to
Have
so
see you.
much.
that.
Be blessed.
All right, you
Thank
too.
you.
Take care. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much. All
Bye.
right, bye bye.
Bye.